am Mariko Bowlful, and this is Uncut News. If you needed a reminder that with money and the right connections you could get away with killing a man, well then, here you go. Today, Gary Bess left the court a free man after the magistrate upheld a no-case admission, dismissing the charge of causing death by dangerous driving. Bess had pleaded not guilty to using his car to turn national cyclist Jude Bentley into another drunk driving statistic. The court upheld the no-case admission, claiming that the prosecution lacked sufficient evidence. But he's still on the hook for the drunk driving charge, which will be heard. Oh, who cares? You already know he's probably going to get off on that one too. After seeking outside assistance, GRA was able to recover the deleted photos of the infamous cocaine container. In fact, they actually recovered thousands of other deleted photos from the hard drive as well, although GRA has not clarified whether the photos also depicted incriminating evidence. Despite the magnitude of the discovery, Kanu has no additional information because the GRA has yet to turn over the images. The customs officers who were on duty at the time were questioned by Kanu, but they have since been released and are currently on leave pending the outcome of the investigation. Marlon Primo is still on the run, by the way. They believe he's in Suriname. Instead of building upon the capital city or upgrading an existing town or village in Guyana, President Irjag on Wednesday evening announced that the government is discussing the development of a new city somewhere along the Linden Highway. Given the explosive population growth they claim will occur soon, the government wants to expand new areas for development that are currently not at risk of being completely swallowed up by the Atlantic Ocean, unlike Georgetown. Prezi also noted that the idea is actually not new, as the concept of building a town named Silica City was around since he was housing minister. According to him, the effort will be funded by a large private-public partnership, which means the rich are about to get even richer. Additionally, he said the infrastructure work for the city should begin sometime next year. Now it's time to tell you about Best Buy's car of the day. Currently on sale is a 2011 Toyota Rocktis. It comes with paddle shift, TV, navigation stereo, crystal lights, mag rims, fog lamps, and much, much more. Pay cash for $2.6 million, or pay down as low as $520,000 with $50,000 monthly, and it's yours. Call or WhatsApp 662-0844 for more info, or visit our showrooms at Lot 171 Peter Rose Street, Queenstown, or Lot 2 Lamaha Street, and tell them Noriko sent you for this sweet deal. According to Brockerdown Ben, the Lusignan prison guards are so corrupt that the police are coming in to help manage the prison while they cut up everyone's illegal runnings. I don't know how much good that would do, but anyway, corrupt practices found at the Lusignan facility include prison officers who threaten and demand money from targeted prisoners, drug smuggling, and other illegal activities. Anyway, he said that a new cohort of prison officers is currently being trained, but in the meantime, the police ranks will be posted to the prisons. This Rona check is apparently getting to people's heads. On Tuesday, a woman in Hopetown assaulted one of the Rona check distributors. Molly Balram said the woman hit her about her body after refusing to sign a document to get the money. Apparently, the property was a two-family home, so she didn't see why she should have to sign the pink slip and allowed them to verify just like everyone else. The lady was being wrong and strong and wanted her money now. Balram said that even though she was assaulted in front of 4 police officers, none of them arrested the crazy lady as they needed a female officer to execute the arrest. Balram claimed that when she returned to Hopetown the next day to continue the disbursement, the same woman came and verbally abused her. The police have not offered a comment on the matter. On Monday, 3 masked men robbed a family in Pordroin. 53-year-old businessman Akat Ali and his 2 elderly parents were robbed of $1.4 million in cash and a cell phone. He explained that the men entered through an upstairs window before holding them hostage and demanding valuables. Nevertheless, a police investigation is ongoing. We are now in the height of robbery season. If I were you, I would consider getting security for the home of business. I personally recommend Chef Security Service. I find that they are the most professional, with well-trained armed or unarmed guards. Get some security this Christmas, people. On Wednesday, 24-year-old Nigel Dodson of Caneville, East Bank Demerara, was sentenced to 30 years in jail for killing an 8-month-old baby boy in a fire that was deliberately set. Throughout the trial, Dodson denied the charge that on the 23rd of January 2017 at Caneville he murdered Romaine Seth by setting a house on fire. The judge ordered that Dodson only becomes eligible for parole after serving a minimum of 25 years in jail. The prosecution said the man never showed any remorse for his crime. According to reports, Dodson set fire to the house after reportedly missing a firearm. The baby boy perished in the flames. It's now time for today's Rona Report. Today, the nation recorded 79 new cases. The total number of deaths now stands at 151. There are now 4 persons in the ICU and 712 persons in home isolation. The total number of known cases in the country is now 5,528. So, please, people, wash your hands frequently. Avoid touching your nose and mouth, and mask up before you leave the house. When you do leave home, try to avoid enclosed spaces and large crowds, and remember to give 6 feet of space between you and others. Now, let's take a look at news in the region. In Trinidad, a Coast Guard officer is now hospitalized in a serious condition after accidentally shooting himself in the head this morning. According to reports, shortly after the officer got out of the shower, his dog pounced on him. Since he was still wet, he slipped and grabbed onto his nightstand where his service pistol was resting. It's unclear what happened next, but he ended up having a bullet shot through the side of his head top. His wife rushed in and took him to the hospital, where he currently is now. You can multiply your cash by selling Digicel Top-Up. This is a legit way you can earn some extra money at your business or to supplement your existing side hustle. Become a top-up vendor quick and easy through Cellular Plus. Call them on telephone number 685-3109 for more info. The St. Kitts and Nevis Department of Agriculture has come under fire for its plan to deal with the Federation's monkey problem. In a statement posted on social media, the department reminded farmers of Operation Manisport, which speaks to the shooting of monkeys in farming areas on the island. Every year, monkeys in St. Kitts eat and destroy hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of crops, which prompted the creation of the Monkey Task Force. Nevertheless, many people took to social media to express their abject horror with the decision to shoot the very little troublemakers. Despite the damage caused by the monkeys, many in St. Kitts believe that they now form an integral part of the country's tourism product. And now for our weird news story of the day. Voters in one constituency in Namibia have overwhelmingly voted for Adolf Hitler to lead them during this year's local government elections. But he says, don't worry people, he's not going to take over the world. Last week, Namibian politician Adolf Hitler Unona was elected as councillor for the Umpunja constituency after winning 85% of the vote. It might sound strange, but Adolf, like other Germanic first names, is not uncommon in the former German colony. Mr. Unona admitted that his father had named him after the Nazi leader, but said he probably didn't understand what Adolf Hitler stood for. Nevertheless, Unona said his wife calls him Adolf, and he goes by the name in public, so he has no plans on changing it. Now, moving on to our Uncut News Viewers Poll question of the day. Every day we pose a question about current events in Guyana, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it relates to us. So, you give your responses in the comments, and we'll read the best ones in the following episode. Yesterday's question was about the different ways Guyana treats the Venezuelan migrants as opposed to the Haitian migrants, and if you all thought it was fair. Well, it was a very mixed bag to admit, but I took the nicest of them because some of you all are, to be honest, quite xenophobic. But anyway, Rolled Wheeler said, that work permit just came out because they're realizing how much jobs those Vennies have taken from Guyanese and how little they get paid. Plus, that problem should have been solved since at the border. Trevor July said, I don't think them should have a work permit because we hardly have jobs for our own Guyanese, and once we give them that, they will take it cheaper than Guyanese and mess us up. And finally, Sylvia Baker said, wow, brother against brother, shame on you colonized minds. Before we get to tonight's question, I have to tell you to brighten up the holiday season and decorate your homes with new stock of vinylay, carpet, rubber towel, leather, glassware, doilies, table plastic, rugs, and Roll Runner Easy to Clean carpets. Available in many colors, patterns, and designs to choose from. Beat the rush and enjoy the glorious days of shopping at Ravina's and Anand's. Ravina's and Anand's have unbeatable prices. For fast and comfortable shopping, visit them at Ravina's on 17A Water Street or Anand's on 108 Regent Street, or call them at 225-6595. So for tonight's question, do you agree with the government's decision to build the new city along the Linden Highway? Or should they choose another location, or maybe even upgrade an existing settlement? Think about that question and tell us in the comments below. If your response is good, we just might feature it in Friday's episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight. Check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Noriko Bullford saying good night, folks. Hey, Uncut News viewers, thanks for watching. You can subscribe by clicking on this button over here, or click over there for more news. You can also drop a comment to let me know if you've made it to the end of the video. Goodbye for now.